Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elderly Choice. Today, I want to share with you some heartfelt insights from a retired educator at Harvard University intended for anyone who is in their senior years. These words have moved many elderly folks to tears, and I believe that after hearing them, you will feel touched and contemplate many things with a broad range of emotions. By the time we reach our 60s, if we still commit certain mistakes, life in old age may become quite challenging. Let me offer some pieces of advice that I believe can help you live wisely with awareness and with dignity. Anyone hoping for a healthy, extended life should take a moment to listen. If possible, please subscribe to my channel so that if you ever forget these points someday, you can return and listen to them again. First, do not argue with your spouse once you pass 60. Your children are occupied with their own families and careers, so your life partner remains your most essential companion. There is a saying, when we're young, we share passion. When we're old, we share fidelity. The older we grow, the more our spouse becomes the closest person who shares our journey and supports us emotionally. No one desires to live alone in old age, so treasure your partner, treat each other as the valuable gift you truly are, and care for each other sincerely. Second, never let your children know the precise amount of your savings. This is no trivial matter. Research suggests that nearly 70% of family disputes involve dividing assets. Not long ago, a distressing incident occurred in which siblings turned against each other over inherited property. There is an old adage, money is money, family is family. The more children a household has, the greater the possibility of money-related arguments, sometimes even leading to lawsuits and damaged relationships. The money we have worked hard our entire lives to earn should not become a source of anxiety and conflict for our children. Third, if you happen to be residing alone, do not hurry into remarriage. This may sound difficult, but for the sake of your contentment in later life, it needs to be said clearly. A new marriage at this stage is unlikely to be harmonious. You both have established separate lives, and combining them can cause conflicts in lifestyle and finances. Rather than stepping into that potential discord, why not enjoy the independence? Do the activities you love and live without additional restrictions. Fourth, do not spend your own savings to raise your grandchildren. It might seem strict, but studies shows that more than 60% of older people feel physically and mentally drained when looking after grandchildren. Not only is it exhausting, it can lead to being taken for granted. The younger generations think differently from us. Sometimes we invest our efforts and resources, yet the children do not necessarily feel appreciative. It can even create tension within the family. It might be wiser to devote that time and energy to yourself and enjoy your retirement years. Fifth, hold on to your residence. Never hastily sell it just because your children speak convincingly or promise things. A house is more than just four walls. It contains countless memories and is the safest haven to return to. No matter how harsh the environment outside may be, your own home is a source of shelter and comfort. Don't surrender it so easily. Sixth, no matter how close you are to your children, remember the so-called crow-pushing principle, which emphasizes the importance of independence and self-protection. Like how adult birds eventually learn to soar on their own, we too cannot depend on our children for everything. We need to be self-sufficient in our senior years. By not becoming a burden on them, we are also demonstrating them a form of love. Seventh, do not stay at your child's home for more than 3 days. Although it may sound cold to say so, respecting boundaries preserves affection for the long term. Overstaying, even if they never mention it, can make your children and their spouses uncomfortable. It is better to maintain some distance. As with a cup of tea, enjoyment comes from just the right temperature. If it's too hot, it's difficult to consume. Eighth, when your children marry, avoid requiring too much. The more we expect, the more we risk disappointment. Most parents hope that children will support them in old age, but contemporary life is hectic, and your children have their own responsibilities. It is healthier to release and give them freedom. It's like flying a kite. You need to loosen the string a bit for the kite to fly high. Ninth, do not let persistent worries keep you awake at night. Sometimes the more we ponder, the more tangled our minds become. Let it go until tomorrow. By then it may be clearer. Maintain a relaxed mind. Remember that worrying excessively about what cannot be altered only diminishes your emotional well-being, which is just as crucial as your physical health. 10th, do not fret over what's unnecessary. There is a saying, children have their own destinies. Once children become adults, they have their own paths and choices, and we cannot live their lives for them. Check in regularly with kindness, but do not intrude too deeply. Worry less, and longevity follows more naturally. 11th, don't be so frugal that you miss out on life's pleasures. Most people over 60 have experienced hardship and saved their whole lives. But life is brief, and when the moment arrives, it's time to spend. If you want to savor a good meal, do it. If you want to explore, go for it. Don't postpone it. It's like the treats you've stored away all your life. Now is the time to unwrap and enjoy them. 12th, do not work yourself to exhaustion. If you feel fatigued, do not push through. The body is not a machine. It requires rest. If you are unwell, do not just take medication in silence and keep going. Once your health deteriorates, you will find the hospital the most expensive place of all. Understand your limits. Staying healthy should be your primary priority. 13th, health is your greatest treasure. Health is the foundation of everything. Only when we are healthy can we appreciate life and avoid being a burden to our children. Take care of yourself as if nurturing the roots of a tree. Strong roots support a vibrant canopy. Live joyfully, stay vigorous, and give meaning to your golden years. Ultimately, three important elements are proper nutrition, adequate rest, and a cheerful disposition. Sleep is especially important, so avoid staying up late and create a comfortable environment for rest. Remember that a person's health is not just for themselves, it's also the happiness of the entire household. No matter how wealthy or successful you once were, without health, it's all meaningless. Maintain a healthy routine, do moderate exercise, get regular checkups, and keep a positive mindset. This is the best gift you can give your loved ones. We must understand that we are no longer young, and there are actions we can no longer afford to do carelessly. We must avoid foolish mistakes and major oversights. Even if we still feel mentally sharp, certain things must be approached with caution. It's best not to interfere in three types of matters at this age. First, don't intervene when it comes to your children's purchase of a house or car. If they ask for your guidance, that's fine. Share your opinion, but never make decisions for them. Second, don't get entangled in your friend's marital or romantic complications. Relationships are inherently complex. Even if they ask for your assistance, most couples will ultimately resolve their matters on their own. You should be a listening ear, not a decision maker on their behalf. Third, don't involve yourself in conflicts and politics among your extended relatives. Often these center around interests and money, and there is no guarantee you know the complete situation. You might invite unnecessary trouble upon yourself. There are also three types of money you should not lend once you are older. First, don't lend money unless it's for urgent circumstances like serious illness or a natural disaster. Otherwise, you are endangering your hard-earned savings, which are limited at this stage of life. Giving a loan is simple, but recovering it is difficult, and it may permanently damage a relationship. You worked a lifetime for that money. It's intended to help you stay comfortable and self-reliant. Second, never lend money for gambling. You will almost certainly not receive it back. The best solution is to refuse immediately. Money is directly connected to your comfort in old age, so think carefully before lending. Not everyone will be truly grateful or have the ability to repay. Not everyone will cherish your friendship as you do. It's prudent to protect yourself from potential harm. Third, do not lend money for financial ventures that promise high returns. When you no longer have a regular income, losing any amount of savings can be devastating. If they lose, you lose. If they succeed, your share might not be much anyway. It's simply not worth the risk. Equally important, avoid three unwise actions. 1. Don't neglect your well-being. You may not realize it fully until you lose it, so do not harm your body through overindulgence, smoking, or excessive drinking. 2. Don't make errors in your relationships that cause others to resent you. You don't have the stamina to handle those repercussions anymore. Live peacefully, avoid meddling too much in younger generations' affairs, And remember what it was like when you were their age and wanted your own independence. 3. Don't offer help indirectly by relying on a middleman. Using your network to help others in complicated ways can place your reputation and resources at risk. And if things go wrong, the blame will fall on you. As you transition into old age, you'll want to safeguard your well-being, your connections, and your peace of mind. Avoid carrying the burden of unnecessary resentments or troubles in this life stage. There are 3 things you should not wish for. Do not wish for enormous wealth, only for the comfort of enough nourishment and warm clothing without worrying about shortfalls. Do not wish for gratitude or repayment from everyone you've helped, only for a clear conscience. Do not wish for others to rescue you in every difficulty, only for the capacity to rely on yourself. Additionally, there are 3 things you should not say. Do not use harsh words to intimidate others. Do not deceive. Do not speak words that deeply injure people's hearts. Our words can harm someone greatly, and we do not need such troubles or disputes. Furthermore, there are 3 things you shouldn't do. Don't try to appear unnaturally youthful or chase things beyond your reach. Just be true to your age and remain healthy. Don't hold on to anger and become a repository of grudges, because anger only damages your own health. Don't be an endless piggy bank. Don't keep saving to the point of depriving yourself of basic comforts. Money is meant to serve life. Use it wisely and enjoy the results of your labor. Finally, never give up on 3 important things. Don't give up on wanting to appear good. Present yourself neatly and cleanly so you can feel confident. Don't give up on happiness. Keep your mind young and your heart light. Don't give up on kindness. Stay compassionate and benevolent. There are also 3 things not to fear. Do not fear growing old because it is nature's pattern. Do not fear the future because whatever will come, will come. What matters is living your best in the present. Do not fear being solitary because solitude can bring serenity. Age is not measured by numbers, but by how young your spirit remains. Some people in their 80s or 90s still radiate with youthful energy and contentment. Let go of your concerns and live the remaining days in the most fulfilling way possible. There are also 3 questions not worth asking. Do not ask about someone's old roles or positions. They are no longer relevant. Do not ask about someone's age. What truly matters is whether they are content. Do not ask about people's finances. Money does not determine a person's true value. In the end, old age is not something to dread. The real fear is not knowing how to enjoy it. Live in good health and joy, and free yourself from needless complications. Thank you so much for listening. If you found this sharing beneficial, please consider subscribing or sharing it so that more individuals can benefit from these thoughts. I look forward to seeing all of you in future episodes.